Are you thinking about becoming a property investor but not sure where to start? Are you confused by the terms BMV, SPV, GDV, ring fencing, etc.? These are all relevant terms and terms that you should be familiar with because they can benefit or even protect you, but I will go into them in more detail in future videos. If you look through YouTube, you'll see many videos where people are claiming that they have methods where you can buy a property with no money down. Most of those are rent to buy, rent to rent, etc. That's not something I will be dealing with. I will be covering how you can actually purchase property for buy to let under your own name or a company that you own. Most, if not all, lenders in the UK will only lend between 70 and 75% of the value of the property that you are buying. And by value, that is not necessarily the market value. More often than not, it is the purchase price. It is almost impossible to find a lender that will value a property based on the other properties in the street if you are paying 20 or 25% less. They will only value it at the purchase price, and they will only lend you 70 or 75% of that. And although many people claim that it is possible to borrow the whole lot, I would say that with everybody I deal with in business on a daily basis, I have asked every one of them, and every single one of them have said it cannot be done, and I do deal with some very, very large lenders. So the question is, how do you raise the 25 or 30% deposit on a property that you're going to buy? That does have to be raised. You have to come up with it one way or another. If you're already a homeowner, then what you are able to do is to purchase the property that you're going to buy on a bridging loan, which once again will probably go to around 70%, maximum 75% of the purchase price, and you can raise the remainder with a secure charge against your existing home. Now that's not remortgaging, that's a charge against your home to release that amount of money against the property that you're going to buy. It's not as daunting as you may think, because development stroke bridging finance is nowhere near as expensive as it used to be, and you are taking money that is in bricks and mortar, i.e. your home, and you are putting it into bricks and mortar, which is the property that you're buying. So if you buy a property that is below market value, or BMV, because it needs renovation, updating, etc., that property may well be 20 or 25% below the market value of the other properties in the street that are in top condition. So once you buy a property using bridging finance, you can then borrow the money to refurb the properties. And when I say refurb, I mean refurb, not major development. Do not buy anything that needs major structural work, building work, or anything of that type, because it always takes longer than you think, it always costs more than you think, and it will always be much more complicated than you think. And in this situation, time is money. You need to complete, get the keys for the property, have people go in immediately and have that property up to top spec within 6 to 8 weeks. Then you can have the property revalued. You can then exit to a buy-to-let mortgage. You then have a low-cost mortgage on the property that you have bought, which you can then rent out on an AST. And when you actually exit to your buy-to-let mortgage, your bridging finance is paid off, including the charge that was against your existing home. If you do your sums correctly, your exit mortgage should not only cover all your costs, it might even leave a little bit on top. And then you can repeat the process, and so on and so forth. And over a period of 3 or 4 years, you can build up a sizable portfolio without actually remortgaging your existing home, and without really coming up with too much cash in hand. So that's the best way to actually have a structured plan to build up a portfolio of buy-to-let properties. There are lots of issues with buy-to-let that you must be aware of. Since the Deregulation Act in 2016, you must ensure that everything everything to do with letting your property is within the law and that all the boxes are ticked, otherwise you could have problems in the future. But once again, we'll leave that for a future video. If you have any questions about anything to do with investing or building up a portfolio of buy-to-let properties, please feel free to contact me anytime. I'm more than happy to give you any advice and help you formulate your business plan or put you in touch with people who can help you with financing, and I'll see you on the next video.